Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about why we can't resist repositioning cruises in early retirement.
Yeah, we just keep booking these because they are such a good deal for the early retirement traveler, mini retirement traveler. And there's a lot of reasons for that. The first one is because we do change continents several times throughout the year. And this is the best way to do it because if you fly, we absolutely hate jet lag. And it can take you a lot of time to get over that. If you go by way of cruise ship, repositioning cruise, there is no jet lag.
That's exactly right. I remember one of the first times we returned home after our first endeavor out in our early retirement life. We got home and it took us almost an entire week. We were flying back from Asia to the US. It took us almost an entire week to get over the jet lag, and it was so miserable, and it takes away a whole week from your return trip. When you're on the cruise, the beautiful thing is that it changes time zones as it moves, and the ship basically has its own time zone because they want you adjusting as you move. And so as you go, each night they'll tell you to move forward 1 or 2 hours or none, and you just kind of ease into it 1 hour at a time. By the time you get there, you are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah, it's great. Second reason we can't resist it is because the cost is pretty similar to flying. It sometimes can be less than flying, even depending on how you do it. We have booked repositioning cruises going from Europe to the U.S. for as little as $1,400 total for the both of us. They were 14-night cruises, and so if you think about it, you're paying to fly home anyway. And that's generally $600 or $700 from Europe. And if you get a cruise, you're getting 14 nights lodging and food included on top of that. It is just an incredible deal.
And if you think about it, the flights, we always purchase economy flights. So are we comfortable sleeping on the plane? Absolutely not. But guess what? We get a nice big king bed to sleep in on the cruise ship. So we could sleep on a big old bed and change time slowly as we move toward the US, and it's absolutely amazing. So you're really, it's almost like, you know, you're doing like a premium class when you're coming back on the ship, because on the plane you're like, you know, turning like a rotisserie chicken in those seats for 10, 12, 20 hours, depending on where you're coming from. It's such an enjoyable way to, and then on top of that, you get to see cool stuff along the way, and you get your food included. Not really bad at all.
All right, there's going to be less ports on a repositioning cruise and more time at sea and more time to relax. We actually like that. We do like going to ports, but we do like when we have like 2 or 3 sea days in a row. We're like, oh, we can really just kind of sleep in and do what we want to do and get caught up, and we really do like that.
I love it, and you can do things, you know, we go to the movies, you know, on the ship, and there's games and activities, and, you know, you can go swimming, all kinds of stuff. I mean, a cruise ship, the original idea was to have all of, like, a vacation all on the ship, so you shouldn't even really have to leave. So it's really not a problem that there aren't a lot of ports. That's a bonus, because that way you can spend more time on the ship.
And when you do go to ports, they're going to be off the beaten path ports. They're not just going to be going back to the Bahamas, back to Mexico. You're going to be hitting ports in the middle of the ocean, and those are usually ones that are pretty cool. Yeah,
I think it's kind of cool that generally repositioning cruises are taking a path that isn't normal, like a normal cruise, you know, kind of pattern, itinerary. It's a little bit different because it's going from one place to a different place than it would normally go. It's just moving the ship, essentially. So because it's doing that, it's going to hit some ports that aren't normal on cruise itineraries. So I think that's kind of cool too.
Another one is that you can see more than one continent in a trip.
I think this is amazing because you can, you know, have been in Europe and then you're in North America. Next thing you know, after a couple of weeks, you end up in North America. And I think that's amazing because, you know, if you like to travel, which if you're doing early retirement travel, you probably do like to travel, you get to see a lot of things. And I think even the few ports that they do stop at, and even with them being off the beaten path, it's kind of nice because they're places that you get to kind of get a peek into and say, ooh, that kind of felt like maybe we should visit that for a little bit longer next time.
Another one we love is that you can experience the ship with less people. They are usually not full, these cruises, and so you're gonna have run of the ship most of the time.
Yeah, the thing is that these cruises are usually at times, or not at like high travel times, and because these cruises are usually close to 2 weeks long, not a lot of people can take 2 weeks vacation and take their kids out of school for 2 weeks in, you know, October or like April, you know. So I think that really does help a lot because then the ship isn't so full, and because you get so many more days on the ship, because of less ports, it's really nice that you can enjoy the ship without it being like super crowded everywhere that you go.
All right, these also come at a real steep discount, and pretty much always, if you look at what the cheapest cruises are at any given time, it is going to be transatlantic repositioning cruises. They come super cheap. We try to do one every year because it's just the best deal in travel. We routinely get it for about $1,400 to $1,500 for the two of us, including port charges, including all the fees, and that is just a steal for 14 nights.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, like we mentioned earlier in the comparison between a flight and a cruise, if you keep your eyes peeled, you could really find a really good deal. And once you do, gosh, you know that it's going to be less than if you're flying. And then it's a no-brainer at that point because it's going to be a comfortable way to get back home, paying essentially the same thing and a much more enjoyable experience overall.
The next reason that we can't resist it is because we can make money while doing it too. So we pay the $1,400, we get on the cruise, but we do have a cruise YouTube channel, and any videos that we make on there, we upload to that channel, and then we get paid. And I think every cruise we've ever taken, we have made more money on the videos than we paid for the cruise.
That is pretty phenomenal. And yeah, you're right. I don't think we have never taken a cruise where we didn't make the money back and then some from what we paid. I mean, some of these have been incredible experience. We've met a lot of really cool people on there as well. And we've been able to, you know, create content for others, you know, for what you can expect when you come on the cruise ship, and just a tour of it and kind of show our experience on the ship and just some different things. So it really is pretty amazing that you can do this. And, you know, if you're going to be probably taking pictures anyways, it's not a huge difference to just take some video while you're at it as well. And then the next thing you know, you can put together, you know, a pretty simple YouTube video and put it up on YouTube and make your money back and get paid for it really at the end of the day, because you'll make the money back and then, you know, the bonus on top of that. So I think it's a key factor really for us, and probably one of our top reasons. We probably should have put it near the top.
yeah, we probably should have put it at the top, but we do have three cruises coming up. We're actually thinking about booking another reposition cruise one for this fall. It'll be a unique one because it's from Canada to the US, so that would be interesting if we decide to do that one. But yeah, these are all great ways, great reasons to do repositioning cruise. It's simply, since we started traveling, probably our favorite thing that we discovered. Yeah,
I would say it's one of the top things. I know a lot of people think, well, you're experienced travelers, like, you know, why would you do cruises? Cruises are for just, you know, quick vacations. It's like, absolutely not. We've told you all the reasons here why we love them, and then on top of that, you get to try out all these different locations and just kind of get a little taste of them. And I think that that's what one of the great things is about cruises. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you guys. If you enjoyed it, give us a like and consider subscribing to the channel. If you have questions about repositioning cruises, leave those for us down below in the comment section. If you're looking for links to other resources and to our YouTube course, those are down in the description. We'll see you guys next time.